set. This is my first time presenting this. I cannot wait to hear the story and breakdown of this because I know, Mike, you were excited about this. But this is $379.95. Mike's going to break down coin by coin and the special packaging that you're also getting included. This is a very special configuration, isn't it, Mike?
Well, this is the very first time that I've been able to do this in one of our primetime shows. Okay, that we're going to have on this. This is a significant American coin. There's 279. I've never done this in primetime, so I have fewer than 200. Already two are gone. I want you to focus in on this coin right here, because what you have there is basically, at the end of the day, the rarest reverse-proof coin ever made by the United States government. The United States government has made this Coin and Chronicles set, and I'm going to put this up here that you see right here. Here's the Coin and Chronicles set that they did, and it's always had like the presidential dollar and had some stuff, and you're going to get the packaging with this. They include it with a medal, and there was a presidential dollar in this case. There's a little 8-cent stamp in there, which is a big deal, okay? Those are all pretty spectacular with that. But they did something different. They out of the blue, they lowered the edition limit. They only made 17,000 of these. They only made 17,000 of these, and then they made the presidential dollar reverse proof. It is the only reverse proof presidential dollar that they have made to date. It is, and prior to this, really, the rarest reverse proof coin is, of course, the 2006 reverse proof gold. They did 10,000 of those, but that's a $10,000 coin, okay? Then there's this. The next one after that, okay, the next one after that in terms of reverse proof is the 2011 reverse proof American Silver Eagle. They did 100,000 of those. I can't sell you that coin for $379. I can't sell you that coin for $679. This coin is 5 times rarer than it. When this coin came out, it sold out from the United States Mint in 7 minutes. It sold out from the United States Mint in 7 minutes. Already in the secondary market, these are selling for 400 to 500% premiums over their original issue price. Please understand that. Makes it one of the most significant United States government issue coins of the last half century. They also include a silver, this is a 1-ounce silver medal that goes in here, also certified Mint State 69, which, by the way, is harder to grade than this coin right here. There is virtually no coin in modern American numismatics that's non-solid gold or $10,000 that has this mintage. As a matter of fact, there's nothing. As a matter of fact, if you look at the 1995 W, and I go back to that coin all the time because they did 31,000, and I always say, well, that's the only one that's rare. This coin is twice as rare as the 95 W. Now, the 95W, folks, the 1995 W American Silver Eagle, which they made 31,000 of, in this condition is also about a $10,000 coin. So when you look at the coins that come around this in terms of rarity, you've got 10,000 and 31,000, 10,000 bucks and basically 10,000 bucks. This coin falls in between for $379. For $379. This is a coin that will have an incredible part in American numismatic history for generations to come. By only doing 17,000 coins. Now, here's what's happening. Coming up in about the next week or so, they're going to do the next coin in the set, and they're going to do a reverse proof again. They're going to do an Eisenhower Coin and Chronicles reverse proof.
Okay.
The United States Mint will probably sell out of that coin somewhere in the neighborhood of about 30 seconds. It will crash the United States Mint website. I can tell you. Are you predicting this? I'm predicting this right now.
Oh, okay.
I guarantee it will sell out instantaneously. Already the pre-sale on those for coins that have not been released or even, I don't even know if they have them all put together in packaging, is already selling for 500% more than the issue price. When people then start wanting to get this, they're going to want to get the first coin in the set. This is the rarest issue, modern American issue coin that you're going to have right here, is the Truman reverse proof. This is the coin. All the other coins that you have, you know, the $50 gold coin that they had, they did 10,000 of. The American Silver Eagle that they did. They did those coins, okay? They did those coins, but those are special issue coins. Those are bullion. This is a regular issue coin. This is a presidential dollar. There is nothing that comes close to this in terms of a 17,000 limited edition. I was only able to do 279. I was only able to do 279. This is our set that's certified first day of issue. I've already sold. I'm down to 189 of these. This is my first and as the way it's going right now, quite likely the only primetime presentation. I cannot impress upon you enough the incredible rarity. When we talk about rarity in coins, 100,000 in an American silver eagle creates an instantaneous overnight rarity. 250,000 creates an instantaneous overnight rarity. 17,000 is a mintage for the ages. 17,000 is a coin that you simply do not see. That is a number that just isn't out there. This coin is only available in this set. This coin is only available in this set, folks, and that's what makes this one of the single rarest and most desirable coins put out by the United States government, I think, in the last 50 years. It has created more interest in the marketplace than any other coin that I have seen in quite some time. And this is the coin set in the 69 condition. Okay, 69 metal and then 69 in the reverse proof. Something that you simply don't see. Just a couple more minutes here. Then I'm going to give you the opportunity. I have a couple of 70 sets. The 70 sets have created a stir unlike anything I've seen in quite some time out there. But this set right here, this is going to be one of those sets that you're going to look back 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 8 or 10 years ago and say, I wished I would have picked that up when I had the opportunity. The key reason to that being the rarity of this is virtually unprecedented. 17,000. Understand the March of Dimes, which I just made a huge deal of. They made 75,000 of that coin. They made 75,000 of that coin. It was a huge deal. This coin is 3-4 times rarer at 17,000. Okay, so that's 4 times rarer, 4.5 times rarer.
Right.
There's no other modern American coin that really comes close to this. There's a couple of coins at 50,000, the enhanced uncirculated Sacagawea, at 50,000. But this coin, literally at 17,000, only available in here. And by the way, the metal is only available in here as well. So when you put those two things together, the fact that they're only available here, and as a 17,000, the stamp, there's 17,000. We're going to send you the original packaging as well. So by the time you put the stamp in there, all of this gives you rarity unlike anything that we've been able to see or do in the coin industry in quite some time. I'm down to 170 of these in the entire edition. Folks, 168, 165. Please take advantage of this. This is the Truman coin in Chronicles. You've not heard about it. If you've not heard about it, you will hear about it as one of the significant modern American coins.